It took 2 months, but we're finally getting official details of the new Generation 9 Pokemon. Pokemon Twitter has been tweeting them out, and we even have some dex entries of Pokemon that aren't even on the website yet. But for this video, I want to see what's really going on with the Gen 9 starter Pokemon. So if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. So we have Floragato, and the reason why we read the website is because usually there's extra details that go beyond the Pokedex entry, like this right here. Floragato is a mischievous show-off desiring attention and company. If its trainer won't entertain it, Floragato may try to get their attention by misbehaving. It might wrap its trainer up with its vine in their sleep, for example. Implications? But what does the Pokedex entry say? Floragato definitely wields the vine hidden beneath its long fur, slamming the hard flower bud against its opponents. So that's the whole yo-yo lore right there, if you wanted to know. The hardness of Floragato's fur depends on the Pokemon's mood. When Floragato is prepared to battle, its fur becomes pointed and needle sharp. That really wasn't utilized a lot. Weird thing about just like middle stage Pokemon. And then we have skillfully wields its vine and strikes with its flower bud. So, Floragato is intelligent and dexterous. The flower bud on its neck is on the tip of a long vine. Floragato specializes in attacking by deftly manipulating this vine to strike opponents with the hard flower bud on the end. I think it's pretty unfortunate that a lot of theming about Floragato just didn't make it into the final evolution, like the hard, sharp fur, and then like whipping around a hard flower bud, so that's a thing. Yeah, then going back into this, it kind of reminds me of the lore behind Salazzle, and then when you look at the Pokedex picture, how does Game Freak keep getting away with the harem, dude? That has implications as well, so for some reason, only females have been found. It creates a reverse harem of male Salandit that it lives with. Sometimes that canon Pokemon lore goes hard. So let's see what's going on with Meowscarada. Also, it's pretty cool that we have the art for all of the Pokemon according to Japanese website. So I'm probably going to go and check that out in a future video, which is why you subscribe, notification bell, all that fun stuff. Flower Bombs catch opponents off guard like magic. The leaf that was growing from the base of Floragato's neck has become a cape. Meowscarada uses the fur lining its cape to reflect and scatter light, thus camouflaging the stem of its flower bomb and making it look like the flower bomb is floating in midair. So I remember when people first saw Meowscarada from like the leaks and stuff, and they went, it's kind of weird that the bomb is just kind of floating around in a weird detached part of Meowscarada, but no, that's just magic. Furthermore, Meowscarada can attach its pollen patch flower bombs to various surfaces and choose when to set them off. With skillful misdirection, Meowscarada rigs foes with flower bombs and sets them off before the foes realize what's going on. So that's Flower Trick for you. Strong attachment to its trainer. Okie dokie. Meowscarada is prideful and likes to show off, but is also sensitive. This jealous Pokemon will often display strong attachment to its trainer, and its mood will be sour if it sees another Pokemon getting their attention. Yeah, that's not in the Pokedex entry. Huh. Then we have Crocolore. So what's going on with this stupid sombrero? It can control the egg-shaped fireball on its head. So it's like this weird egg thing going on, but it's a fireball? Pokemon's fire energy and overflowing vitality have mixed together into an egg-shaped fireball that Crocolore can maintain atop its head. In battle, Crocolore can send out the egg-shaped fireball as a part of a move. So that actually goes into what happens with Skeledirge for like the little bird dancing around on it, but it's just so unfortunate. The design is awful. Much like a lot of Generation 9, they went so hard into the theme, they forgot to make a good-looking Pokemon design. And I don't think the theme saves it when you're actually trying to make something that looks cool and like a Pokemon. It projects a destructive voice with its flames. The valve in this Pokemon's flame sack... What flame sack and where? I remember something like that with Fuecoco, because it reminded me of Litten. Was there already a flame sack? External heat is absorbed by the square scales on Fuecoco's stomach and back, then converted into fire energy. These scales are always warm, and at times they can also be very hot. Flickering atop Fuecoco's head is fire energy that is leaking out from inside the Pokemon's body. When Fuecoco gets excited, its head spouts more flames. So is the sombrero a flame sack valve that does things? And Crocolore tends to let its voice out when it breathes fire. It cannot be said that this voice is beautiful. When Crocolore tries to breathe more powerful fire, its voice becomes more destructive, which may cause some opponents to take damage. Alright, and then we get into Skeledirge. So it has a powerful voice that soothes all that hear. So it goes from just like what you would expect an ugly sound this thing to make, to then making something beautiful and soothing. Skeledirge is a busybody with a caring personality. Its gentle but powerful singing voice is filled with vitality, and it soothes the hearts of all who hear it. Foes that hear Skeledirge sing are left with feelings of warmth and fulfillment, thus losing their will to battle. Skeledirge gained its ghost-type powers due to the influence of the soul inhabiting its fireball. The soul in the fireball is independent, and it can change its form via the power of Skeledirge's singing voice. I don't know where that came from, but okay. So, what was just a fireball, then hatched into a spirit, and then it's a ghost. So Skeledirge itself is fire, and then this thing is why it has weakness? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't like the design anyways. But let's get into even bigger abominations like Quaxwell and the evolution. So serious and stoic. Quaxwell has a serious and stoic disposition, has a tendency to compete with others to see whose kicks are the most graceful. It makes sure to consistently practice the fundamentals of its training wherever and whenever it can. It observes Pokemon and people from various regions to incorporate their movements into its own dance routines. The hair on Quaxwell's head has impact-absorbing properties, so whenever an attack is incoming, Quaxwell holds a low posture, takes the blow with its head. It feels mentally and physically unwell if its hair gets messed up, so it uses gel to fix hair immediately after getting attacked. Like, that's kind of neat, but again, like, now, then the result is we get a stupid design. Cool. And finally, Quaquaval, one of the biggest abominations ever in Pokemon. How do they justify it? The strength of Quaquaval's well-trained legs is incredible. With a light kick, this Pokemon can flip a truck. It does, like, the theming doesn't even go into that. It just dances and looks silly, but apparently that is, like, some kind of crazy shonen power. Alright. During battle, large decorative water feathers spray like a fountain from the organs at the tip of its tail feathers. Like, is that just the out now? Is that what the precedent was set back in Generation 7 with Litten, where it's like, yeah, just everything is explained by an organ? Cool. It swings these water feathers around to slash through opponents like a water jet cutter. Cheerful and always breaking out into dance, but still has stoicism. Quaquaval is cheerful and energetic, and no matter the situation, it will shake its entire body in dances that evoke far-off places. On the other hand, it is very serious about constantly polishing its skills, and during critical moments, it shows a level of concentration that would amaze onlookers. What a boring and weird Pokemon. I am so upset that they massacred my boy because Quaxly had so much potential. Also, I don't think I ever, like, read this about Quaxly because it just updated randomly one day after we had only this on the page, I think. So, glossy gel protects its body. Its body is always glossy because the gel secreted by its feather repels water and grime. The coif on its head is slicked back using a rich, moist cream and becomes unkempt when dry. See, I like that lore about a water-type Pokemon that can do that. I just don't like where it ends up going for the evolution line. Uses its strong legs to swim freely, so kind of setting up the evolution. It has strong legs and is able to swim without difficulty, even in places with strong currents. In battle, it kicks its opponent swiftly and repeatedly. He could have been so much cooler. But there we go, guys. Extra details about the Generation 9 starter Pokemon. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below and all of that other fun stuff. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.